We have Dylan, Lolly. Ladies, would you prefer to be college educated and work or be a housewife? Please explain your answer. Gustavo spoke English last pod. I feel betrayed. So we're going to start with you. Would you prefer to be college educated and work or be a housewife? And explain your answer, please.
I definitely want to go, finish college and get an education and get a job. But if I were to meet a guy who could, support me and my family that I would potentially have, and he told me that it was, okay to, just be a housewife, then I would be okay with quitting my job. But I don't want to have to depend on him and not be able to just leave him if I needed to. So that's why I want to continue, with my education. Let's
assume he was, a good... it wasn't going to devolve into some abusive situation. He was just going to be a good husband, but he's well off, and he's like, babe, you don't need to work. I want you to just take care of the kids, take care of the household. You do that, I'll take care of everything else.
Well, I would carry out with my education. I'm not going to not finish it.
Sure.
So.
But you'd finish that by the time you're 21?
Yeah. No, I actually want to go get a master's, get a
master's.
PhD.
Let me ask you a question. Yeah. What if you met a guy in your junior year? Mm-hmm. He was maybe a couple years older than you, and maybe he's already working, already successful, and you could tell, okay, this guy's going to be able to provide for me. Maybe I don't have to work. And he's like, hey, I want to take care of you. Let's start a family. Let's do it now. Don't go get your master's in what did you say you were studying?
Psychology.
Psychology. Yeah, forget that. Just get your your bachelor's degree.
That would honestly make me question his character.
Exactly.
To not support my goals and my ambitions, because I want to do that. I want to be able to have an education and a career. I don't see why he would want me to depend on him.
Well, in furtherance, do you want to get married one day?
Yeah.
Have kids?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how many kids you want?
2.
What if he wants 7? 7 sons.
7 sons.
7 sons.
I don't think I can control the gender.
Well, you just keep going until you have 7.
Yeah.
So
I don't think we would get along well then. I don't think it would be a good match.
She doesn't align with that person, obviously.
Okay.
I don't think it would work out.
So he could say, you never have to work another day in your life. I will take care of everything. But you would still want to... when you say your career, what would your career be?
I want to be a psychologist eventually.
Do clinical psychology, see
clinical.
patients?
Yeah.
So just to be clear, and would you want to work full time?
I'm not sure yet.
And so would you be treating people who is there a specialty you want to pursue?
I don't know.
Just
yet.
talk therapy?
Probably.
Counseling?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think would be a better use of your time? Talking to total strangers for money that you just hear them complain all day, and then you hear perhaps their trauma, which could have some impact on you, hearing people tell you their terrible stories day in, day out, having to put all your empathy and nurturing into total strangers in exchange for money, or you don't have to work a day in your life, you don't have to deal with any stress, at least that's related from work. You take care of the household, you take care of your husband, you take care of your children. Do you still prefer having the career over if your husband's successful enough to provide you with you not having to ever work a day in your life? Which do you prefer?
The only thing that I'd be scared of is that one day I wouldn't want to be with him anymore, and now I can't leave him because I have no way of providing for myself.
Well, if you were married, let's say you were married to him and there was no, for example, there's no prenuptial, well, even if there was a prenuptial agreement, you would still be entitled to the money that was earned during the relationship, certain entitlements when it perhaps even came to alimony, child support, etc. So even if that did happen, you wouldn't be totally out on the streets, and I assume you'd have a family support system. Even if it did happen, let's assume it didn't, though. Are you concerned that you would leave him despite him being, for example, let's say there's no abuse in the relationship.
Yeah.
Maybe you fall out of love, but he's a wonderful father, wonderful husband, treats you well, supportive, provider, no alcohol, no drug abuse, no gambling, nothing. Great guy, but maybe you get bored, you fall out of love. Would that be the scenario that you're worried about?
Hypothetically, are you also saying that he's never going to get into any kind of accident, become a paraplegic or quadriplegic, and actually need for her to go and support the whole family, including the kids?
That's true, because if he's a bowling ball, then I don't know if I want him anymore. A bowling pin.
Yikes. Okay.
No, but that's the reality, because this is, this actually hits close to home with me. I have a nonprofit for domestic violence survivors fleeing with children, and many women.
Do you think that's a majority of women's experiences?
Or just the majority of people that go through this organization you're talking about?
So allow me to explain what happens.
Wait, actually, hold on. I did ask,
Sure.
before you do,
Yeah.
I did ask you a question. So assuming all those things are true that I listed out,
Yeah.
would you still want to pursue your career over your family ambitions?
I want to have like at least like the education. I don't have
Yeah,
to
get your
have
bachelor's.
started like my career.
Well,
but-
okay, what if your husband, and he listens to you, but he says, well, would you look to your potential husband to help you finance your career? Or your because is it
Education.
pretty expensive to get a master's degree?
Yeah.
Okay.
What
What are your plans for that currently? How are you going to finance your master's degree?
I'm not sure yet. Maybe student loans.
How are you
yeah.
financing your current education?
My parents.
Your parents are paying for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Master's degree, are they going to pay for it too, or what are you thinking?
We haven't discussed it yet, but they know that that's like the route I want to take.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly student loans, because I do have siblings that want to go to college as well.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 2.
Okay. And are they in college yet, or are you the oldest?
I am the oldest.
Okay, so they're not in college yet, but they will be soon.
Yeah.
And I assume they're also going to want to go to university, get an education. Okay. So let's say you had to take out student loans to do this,
Okay, yeah.
but your fiance, let's say he's proposed to you, says, well, I think we should save that money and put it towards our future family.
So the question is like, would I be okay with that? Like just stopping school after my bachelor's and just starting a family?
Yes.
I would be okay with that, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Did you had something, right?
Yeah, I think
Oh, hold on. Oh, there's 2
Grid
coming
1
through back to back,
Motorsports
and then
donated
we need to get back to-
$200.
okay, we got a lot.
Planning ahead for a divorce is ultimate cringe. Women submit to their husbands, who leads the family. The lack of faith in your ability to choose a good man or keep a good man is terrible. Be better.
All right, sounds like a
Damn.
basement dweller.
No, I think
don't
that he's
think it's-
actually
I don't
correct
think it's
because.
planning for a divorce. I think it's being realistic. At
Yeah.
the end of the day, you don't know what's going on through someone's
But
head.
the point is, if you have like the right goals for a family,
Dylan Lolly donated $200. Stop it, Brixton. They get no education.
That's-
fully dependent or fully
I'm
independent.
going to pull up the original one. You're right. So the original one was, thank you, Dylan, was, would you prefer to be college educated and work or be a housewife? And then explain your answer. So I guess it's like, I'm assuming you mean, hey, drop out of college.
Either or.
Either or.
Yeah.
Either or. Okay.
I'm not dropping.
But does this scenario, does it mean that so they can't wait or be a housewife? Okay,
Okay,
well,
so it's college educated and work or be a housewife. So
a stay-at-home.
so there's
The
no
preference.
hey, maybe after I get my education then we have a family, maybe I'll work, or like we're not blending the two. It's either you work and have a college education or you're a housewife. There's
you're
no
married with it,
in
yeah.
between.
yeah.
So like gun to your head, you got to make a decision.
Yeah.
Which one are you picking?
So
it
it's
depends.
you're college educated, but you never end up having a family, basically.
basically, I think that's
So
the
I think
question.
that's what it is. You get to do your
College
career,
educated, work.
be college educated, never get to have a family, or you never get college educated, never have a career, but you are have kids,
Well,
family.
but in a relationship, they say that's what it alludes to.
I don't think it's necessarily you can't have a family.
Right.
It's like you can have a family.
Which one do you prefer?
But like if you're working, if both of you are
Right.
working, then hey, we're gonna have to pay for childcare. We're gonna have to let the state raise our children.